Hello. So, Mr. Relkin, do you have an opinion on this SNES versus 64 debate?
I don't.
Okay. So, back to our other contestants.
Okay. Continue.
Do you have
I think it's still the SNES.
still the SNES?
SNES is like you can't. There's like 10 good games on like really good games on the N64. Like 10.
Excuse me. There are 12 great games on the N64, like 20 other okay games, and then about 300 terrible ones.
No, I mean we're doing Nintendo developed first, but like
Yeah.
there's a really good Rogue Squadron game that we're not talking about.
We'll get there.
I mean,
It's licensed.
second party, yes.
But the Super Nintendo had like how many?
I'm talking about this category right here, right now. If you go to the link.
Fine. Let me see the link. Let me look at your damn link now that I'm not streaming.
So
it.
wait,
Look at your
to
stupid-
clarify, Braden, your save is before or after the surgery?
No, we have to do the dissection bit again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, kinky.
Oh, Borgmaster.
Which section is this?
Borgmaster, this is
the
Chaos
Nintendo
Break.
developed. Chaos.
And this
hold
is you haven't seen this. I thought this was just going to be another like, hey, it's like a kind of more actiony Resident Evil clone by the Space Invaders people.
And then we found out it's
Uh-huh.
Trauma Center before Trauma.
And then it turned into Trauma Center.
Cool. I like Trauma Center.
My biggest problem with Trauma Center is that those games were definitely of the era when Atlas would literally make just one generation of the game, and if you didn't get it, you were
One print run.
fucked.
Don't get anxious.
Yeah.
Watch what you're doing. And
Yeah,
you'll be
it's kind of
fine.
hard. I mean, with the Switch, it has a touchscreen, so you could.
I
Bring
think those
that
games
over.
live and die within the generation that they exist.
I think there are other Atlas games from this era I would rather
First, pick up the scalpel.
have any sort of revival.
Strange
Pick up
Journey.
the scalpel.
There are so
you-
many good Atlas games that are forever trapped on the DS and 3DS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
Oh god,
Strange
this is
Journey.
Trauma Center.
Yeah.
Along the
Holy
abdominal
shit, this is
line.
wow.
I wasn't joking.
Okay.
We're dissecting what is basically a fake head crab.
Awesome.
Brandon, do you know if Devil Summoner 2 is any good?
Uh,
I like the first one a lot.
Then you'll probably like the second one.
you mean Soul Hackers too?
No, Devil Summoner 2.
Okay,
Do
no
you have
idea.
an analog
Here.
stick to do this?
Wait,
I do have an
Devil
analog stick.
Summoner
This-
2 is Soul Hackers.
Okay, good.
No, isn't Devil
Now,
Summoner
Oh.
2
remove
Raito
the
Kazunoa?
flesh-colored organ
No, that's
No, that's
Devil
3.
Summoner.
Oh.
Be careful you don't.
Oh,
touch it with the
okay.
Scalpel.
This thing's still alive?
Oh, wait, so
Oh,
do you mean
yeah.
Demon Survivor?
Demon Survivor.
Devil
that might be
Survivor.
it.
Devil Survivor
Well,
is
it's
the
the
tactics
tactics
Devil
game.
one.
Survivor.
It's the tactics
Yeah.
game.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
Devil
Devil
Survivor.
Summoner, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner, then it's Soul Hackers, then it's Raito Kazunoa versus the Soulless Army, then it's Raito Kazunoa, King Abaddon, and then it was Soul
And
Hackers 2.
transfer the
I thought
Okay.
that was the order.
container.
I'm talking about the
yes.
tactics game.
Okay.
Yeah,
These all
that's
have the-
that's Devil Survivor.
All these games have the same fucking names.
Yes, they do.
The tactics game.
Have you got it?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
Devil
like
Survivor,
the first of those tactics
Overclocked,
games, you
yeah.
like the
On the
second
right
of those
side
tactics
of the
game. If you want to go really retro, you could play Megami
Pinch off the vessels
Tensei.
protruding from
No.
the organ with the
Yeah.
forceps.
Digital Devil Story.
You know, I gotta say,
Let's do it.
I really
no,
like
no, no,
this
no, no.
Surgeon Simulator.
Majin Tensei, the first of
When
the
you've done
tactics
that,
game.
cut
Sorry.
the organ
Oh,
out
don't play
with
that.
the
Actually,
scalpel.
I'm not going
that's
to.
my advice to you. Don't play that game.
But what if I played Mach-N X?
It's a pretty good.
All
you
that-
should
Simulator
play
mod.
the Last Bible games. Is my advice. Play Last Bible 3. I dare
Hey,
you.
you like how they clearly used textures of like pictures of actual organs for these textures?
Yes, I do.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
When you've done that,
So, are you taking
transfer
organs
to a
out
container,
until this thing
same as
stops being
before.
alive?
No, I'm dissecting it because we need a live sample of its parasite core so that we can make
Looking good.
a vaccine, basically.
Parasite Core would be another good survival
Parasite
horror
Core.
game name.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
I was
name
gonna
for a survival
say,
horror
that's
game.
a
good
How is
one.
that not?
In the lower part of the body.
Parasite Core.
Parasite
Two.
And below
core.
the organ where it is attached.
Like
Yeah.
Parasite Core, that's like a
Then-
zombie mech
and
game
then it would make a
where the
gunshot
mechs are
when
piloting
you-
zombies.
You hit start after Parasite Core. Parasite Core.
Parasite core. Revenge.
That's a Parasite Eve Armored
It
Core
should then come loose.
crossover. game,
Go on.
Transfer it to a container.
where you're
Should
in a
then
mech
come loose.
and you're fighting mech zombies, but you're doing it in semi turn-based combat.
And there's some like maybe
That's the
some
memory of
misunderstanding
every
about
the skin.
how mitochondria work that underlies the
absolutely.
entire story.
Yes.
Hey, it's making a little kissy face at you. Look at it.
Oh
It's
fuck.
like a
Like that entire
weird
I just
sphincter.
love how it was just a guy who read The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins, and he misinterpreted
Wildly
the key
misinterpreted.
thesis. He misinterpreted the key thesis of the entire book and decided to make his own extrapolation of it.
And we're glad that he did.
Which
Yeah, but then they made
Parasite
two
Eve.
sequels to Parasite Eve.
Which he hated the second game so much that
That's why the
Refuses to let
third
them have
birthday
the
can't use the
IP.
Parasite Eve
Yeah.
name.
that's
We're
why
never gonna
Third
get a
Birthday
remake.
is called Third Birthday.
It's okay. We don't need a remake.
Oh,
They should remake Dino Crisis before anything else.
Yeah.
Capcom. Capcom looking at you. Do it, you cowards.
Parasite Eve would be very good. Like, now is the time to actually make that battle system make
See how the
sense.
membrane retracts?
Probably.
Like
And
the
remove
original
the
battle
membrane.
system from the first
Yeah.
game? Okay, I just wanted to clarify because
Yes, sir.
ever since I had to
You've
watch
almost got it.
Joku, bless his
Maintain
soul, make all of
concentration.
these passionate defenses of the second game, I have been very confused
see
about
the
how
four
people actually
membranes
feel
in
about
the
the
back?
second game.
All
Oh, it's a
open
bad
with
survival
blood.
horror game.
It's
I
it's
agree
a
with
game
you.
that would qualify for this.
It's a game that only makes
red
sense to
vessel
play
in
on
the
the
center.
game
be
mode
careful
you
not
get
to
after
touch
beating it
anything.
once,
I
which is the survival mode.
I agree with you and Braden. It's just I saw
Remove
saw
the
Joku
vesicle. Again, being
basically maybe
careful not
develop
to
Stockholm
touch
syndrome
the
while
membranes.
playing that game. It's like, wait, am I wrong for thinking that game?
No,
was bad?
Arby, it's really got some
Remove the
ideas.
red vesicle for the AP
Was I the
components.
wrong one?
It's okay though. Know why? Because Joku and I are going to be the two people
Put it in the protective
Uh,
case quickly.
who will go to bat for this new Alone in the Dark game.
We've done it. Looks like this will work.
Does it,
What should I do next?
so the rest of the game it's not always
No.
trauma
This
trauma
must-
center.
No.
No, this is like
Either
this
you
came
or
out of
I
nowhere and it
must be
basically
injected,
saved.
and then
It's
her
it
blood
saved
flow
this
as
playthrough
the
because I
I
was
thought you
thinking
liked
of
it when you
moving
played
on.
Sudoku.
Yeah.
We're gonna give up, and then it became trauma center, and you're like, oh my god.
And I'm like,
Which of
"Oh,
us
this
will
is
it be?
let's inject her this time."
Okay. Do it.
what does it do?
Take that to the
I'm
pharmaceutical
basically
plant.
injecting her
Uh,
with
so-
the virus.
Put that together with the
And
other
now I have to
pharmaceuticals
run
we
to the
found thus
lab
far.
and synthesize an antidote in 5 minutes, real time,
Why?
I'll be back soon.
Save her.
That's
because we need a blood
Just wait.
sample from a person who's infected.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I
Why
could
don't
have
you inject yourself?
infected myself, but no.
It's like in the World War Z movie.
That's what I'm always thinking of.
I'm always thinking about Brad Pitt.
I'm now being reminded because I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go.
I'm being reminded of the fact that when we had our earlier discussion about like the tactics Mega 10 games, that Megami Tensei had the original Atlas music composer, Hidehito Aoki, before he died in a tragic car accident, and I forgot how fucking raw his music is. He's the person that before, if you play those early Atlas games, where they are not jazzy
No.
and they're very synthy, and probably Majin Tensei is his best like magnum opus. Like that game's not great to play, but boy, those games have soundtracks that go hard.
Yeah, like SMT1, for me is the one
Which was
that
him.
I remember. Like that one, yeah, it was him, and like that, yeah, like that, like that's yeah, that OST goes.
That man liked synthesizers, and he was like listening to everyone else that was around him, whether it be Umatsu or everyone else that was like a legendary composer at the time. Is like, what if I did this and I went metal and hard? Chaotic Law, I did not know that those sounds could come out of an SNES.
SNES.
SNES. Speaking of which,
SNES.
you cowards. Compare these lists. Which one would you rather have?
I'm looking at the list. The answer's the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Damn
the
it.
Super Nintendo. All right, so if we add Pokemon Stadium 2 to the N64 side,
No.
does that change anything?
No.
No.
If we add Dr. Mario 64 to the N64
Next
side,
question. No.
Hot North
Next
American
question.
exclusive Dr. Mario 64.
I was gonna say, what's the point of this? Both systems are
Okay.
He's
available.
trying to see how
No.
many N64 games he can add to the list to where anyone would take the N64 over the Super Nintendo, and you're not gonna get there.
all right, so we have we've reached the conclusion for this category.
out
Seth
of-
wins. We're out.
You are
of
adding.
games.
At this point, you only have pennies left. It doesn't matter how many pennies you add. You're not going to add up to the $100 bill on the other side. It doesn't matter.
So
the
the
volume isn't doing it.
So the SNES game in this category, the SNES games in this category that we did not need to use were Super Punch Out, Stunt Race FX, Wario's Woods, and Yoshi's Island. Would those detract from the SNES side?
How long has this bit been going on?
Like an hour.
It's been going for like an hour. I wasn't paying attention to most of it because I was playing a game. Because I was
I'm wrapping it
streaming
up.
video games for the people.
Relkin, what if I told you this is Dan Reichert's fault?
This is
Yeah.
Dan Arker's fault.
Sure, I'd gotten away from all that. Am I getting pulled back in?
No, I'm wrapping up.
Alright, it has Mario Party in it, though.
Ah!
This is one of the greatest games ever made, Mario Party. Yeah.
It's not a mainline Mario, though.
It's not the mainline Mario game.
I would put Mario Party 3 on my top 10 N64 games list.
Yeah, because you're a sicko.
As someone who has tried to play Mario Party even as like
I
an
think-
ironic
I think
goof
it's even in my
recently,
top 5.
Miserable.
Brayden, this sucks.
Yeah. Be glad I'm not playing
Make the
Incredible
medicine.
Crisis. Or
I'm really
medicine.
glad.
Failed.
All right, so that's it for that category. We'll do other categories on other days.
Okay.
Do you have to run back?
Yes, I have to run back, so I need to not fuck this up.
I was gonna say, how much
That girl's
time
dead.
does it take?
Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say, is this one of those
Do you have
things where
other-
like you get to like 45 seconds and you go, oh well, I know I can't do it.
Oh, you mean
know
like
that he can't
getting
do
it
it.
34 seconds and knowing you can't do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a shame.
Yeah, that'd
You
be
got the compound.
a shame, wouldn't it? Okay, well, if you inject yourself, you have more time. So
Yeah, you gotta be bold.
Batman, the Brave and Bold. Oh, you got attacked. At least it stops the clock when you hit a load screen.
Yeah.
That's kind.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Because you're already dead.
Yeah, maybe if this Annette Birkin knockoff came with you,
No, she hurt
it'd be
herself.
easier. Oh, okay, yeah, excuses.
Oh. I failed.
Game over.
You'll get it
No,
next
it's
time.
not
What
game
happens
over
if-
because I didn't inject myself. Instead, I'm probably gonna get the bad ending.
So you got to try again, right?
But then I have to
Yeah.
do the dissection again.
Good ending or bust. We've come this
Reload.
You're not my
Power
dad. We're
forward.
getting the bad ending now.
No.
come this far.
Yeah, you put all these hours in.
One more try.
Tried so hard.
I got so far,
And you've come so
We got
far.
so far.
but
One
in the
last
end,
The end.
it doesn't
gonna
even
get the
matter.
good
One more
end.
try. One more try.
It doesn't even matter.
One more try. Handsome guy. One
Rachel?
more try.
Rachel?
Handsome guy.
Fine.
Rachel?
Oh,
are
I
you
like the way
alright?
she goes from animated to completely static.
Yes.
You know, video games are hard. Fine.
Eh.
Come on, everyone. Let's give Braden compliments. Then he'll do it. One more try. And then you say, handsome guy. One more try.
I'm not
Handsome
going to.
guy.
No.
One more try. Yeah, let's do it.
I believe in you.
Yeah, if you give it to yourself, though, you get more time. You didn't need much more, right? Like 15, 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got this.
We got this.
We got this?
You got this.
All units.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Is this a metaphor for drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here to tell. Hey there, kids. It's me, Arbitrary. I'm here to tell you to be wary of drugs.
I'm going to break it
Yeah.
down for you. Let's
Let me
talk
break it
about
down.
Heroin.
When a guy comes up to you with a needle, he's not trying to give you a delicious sweetle. He's trying to give you the heroin bump. Don't let him do it. Don't let him jump.
Don't be a chump.
Don't be a chump.
Ugh. Any of you have to actually listen through a rap during the DARE program? I did.
I
Oh,
did.
always.
I've already shared my experiences with the DARE program and how I was forced to graduate from it because the cop
Don't
called
get
my
angry.
mom and
Watch
told
what
her I
you're
was a
doing,
mean
and you'll
kid.
be fine.
I remember.
You're too rude. You're too rude for school. Weren't
No,
you?
I was
You're too
I was
cool.
a smart ass 12-year-old. So the other
Whoever
fun
else
part
most
of
likely to
that,
do drugs.
the other fun part of
Pick up the
that is
scalpel.
I believe that incident is
Are you ready?
I believe one of the instigating things that led to me getting diagnosed with autism.
All right.
So, you
Start
know,
by making an incision along the abdominal
sick.
line.
So do you know the dare rap then?
Thanks,
N-
Dare.
Thanks,
You
Dare.
know, you know the dare rap.
Let me tell you about the time I did psilocybin.
Sick. That's
I
sick,
I was high
And
for
open the chest.
it's like a 6-hour high. It's too much.
It's too much.
I played some but I had a
Can
good
you
time
see
playing
the internal
Barotrauma.
organs?
I'm glad you did.
Don't do yeah, I did.
Now, remove the flesh.
Don't go on a vision
organ in the
quest?
upper left
Yeah.
quadrant.
I mean, I'll put it this way. Was staring at the ceiling fan a lot.
I bet.
It's not I would not consider it necessarily a pleasant experience, but you know, I had to know. And for any law enforcement officials watching, just know that I was doing this in the state of Oregon where it's legal.
I think it's legal over here in Washington.
Yeah, or Washington. Who's to
Transfer
say?
the organ to a container.
Anyway, we get to watch this again. Yeah, Barotrauma. That game, fantastic time.
Have you got
They
it?
just undulate.
Next,
Yeah,
take the red organ on the right side of the body.
Much like some of the elements of the characters in the game I was playing.
yeah.
Pinch
I
off
love
the vessels
undulation.
protruding from the organ
I don't like
with
how
the
undulate is
forceps.
spelled.
I
Not
think we
wrong.
need to get undulate.
It needs a J.
We need We need to get people to react to undulate the same way people react to moist.
I think we should go the other way. I think people should be okay with saying moist.
No.
What's your favorite word?
Oh.
Blocky,
Oh,
knocking,
our favorite word?
nihilification.
I mean, if we're talking about our favorite words, we have to consider.
Booty.
Thank you for your submission.
When you've done that,
Does anyone have a
press
different
the
one?
container, same as
And
before.
then he'll be there.
I just
That's
have
not
that
one-
button on my Stream Deck.
Looking
I got a
good.
That's
Stream
why
Deck
it's just
for
Steve Ballmer.
Christmas, and most of what I do with it is put the volume up and down, and
Now, we're going
have
to
a
pick up the
soundboard.
brownish organ in the lower part of the
I
body.
mostly use it for switching streams without having to click
yeah,
onto
and I will switch
anything.
between my my main
And below the
scene and
organ,
my
where it is attached.
be back soon
Side scene.
screen.
Well, I'm going to be using it more when I do the escape room.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I still need to work out logistics with Rio, and then I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my own stream.
A sister test drove the escape room, and she dodged multiple
Transfer it to
puzzles
container.
that would have involved gameplay. It's very annoying. She used the powers of deduction.
Listen, Gino, I'll
Which is rude.
fly to Colorado.
Cut the
I'll
membrane
do your
ever so
escape
slightly
room.
with the scalpel.
I just thought of my favorite word. It's phlegmatic,
Ew.
as in stoic.
I'm a huge fan of words whose form and function line up really well. So I'm a huge fan of awkward.
Okay.
That consonant AWKW.
Big fan of Aquafina.
I like awkward.
okay.
I like weird. Weird's another good one because I before E except after C and the word weird.
I like sojourn.
Do you mean weird as in like WYRD?
Good enough.
Yes.
No. Oh, the regular spelling of weird because
Oh, a
It is-
bungalow. God damn it, bungalow. But it's bungalow. I'm sorry, phlegmatic.
bungalow's a good one. Bungalow's a good word.
You can't not smile
See
saying
how
the word
membrane
bungalow.
retracts?
You can't not smile when you're in a bungalow, which is it's doing what it needs
And
to do.
move the membrane.
Bungalow.
Boongalao.
You've almost got it. Maintain
You go high,
concentration.
I'll go bungalow.
When they swing bug high.
It's- You go bungalow.
Ugh.
Do you see the four membranes in the
All
back?
right,
all
Joe
opening and
Biden.
closing?
Man, that would be an amazing stump speech
Folks,
when they go bung.
folks, when they go low, you go
And be
bungalow.
careful not to touch
Go
the
bunga
membrane.
high.
He
Gonna
gets it
improve
wrong
the
too.
property prices across this country. Have vanilla ice
Only you
cream.
can afford them.
Vanilla ice cream. A guy named Corn Pop came up to me and said,
Remove the vesicle.
"All right, listen here, Scranton Joe. Are you gonna
Touch any of the
improve the?
membranes.
Are you gonna make sure my rent doesn't go up another $100?"
We need that
I was
red
like,
vesicle
I'm not in
for
charge of
key
that.
components.
Stop blaming that on the president.
No, I'm pretty sure the president is
Put it in the
responsible for
protective
everything.
case quickly.
God, if
Corn
you could
Pop
just stop
came up
pressing
to
that
me
button
and
that
he-
increases gas prices, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I can't believe that gas prices increased because of woke.
Mhm.
Did you know
Corn
that they
Pop came
couldn't
up
make
and said-
Chaos Break today because of the woke mind virus?
One of us, either you
Corn
or
Pop said,
I,
"Scranton Joe, you
must
want to
be-
look at? You want to see what your
Yes,
insides
would
look
it
like?"
be?
And I said, "Hell yeah."
I see.
The thing is, you keep making these jokes, but there's a
Wait.
Twitch channel somewhere where this is all
Besides,
said
it'll be of any use to you.
in complete sincerity.
Yeah.
There is, but we're not that one.
Ample.
We'll
Yeah.
become it
Did you
eventually.
did you
Not
know that
yet.
DG Relican was canceled because of woke?
Yeah, that's what happens.
The
Take
JRPG
that
hole.
to the pharmaceuticals lab.
That was like, hey, women aren't
Put that
things,
together
and
Yeah.
with
Twitch
the
is
other
like, nope,
pharmaceuticals we've
nope,
Yeah.
gathered thus far,
get out of here.
and you'll get the AP.
Nope.
They
Look,
they
you
couldn't
just
make
gotta
a.
stop wearing that green screen tube top, and you wouldn't
God,
be
that's so
canceled.
stupid.
The Twitch
I'm
pervert
against,
meta.
I'm against those people, but
I think it's a combination of I think it's really funny and also at some point what if you just
And
Back
here
to
I was
pornography.
looking forward to Relkin playing a Trails game on his own ass. I was looking forward to that too.
oh if only I could pay money for that.
That would be very funny if it was just
The real
otherwise a
Trails
normal
of Cold
stream.
Steel is right here, ladies.
It would be
penis.
look. It would be very funny if someone who is otherwise a very normal streamer was just like, "Hi, I'm in a hot tub now, and there's a green screen on my, I don't know,
Like
face." What?
Patrick Klepek, when he did finish that Kingsfield playthrough,
Yes.
briefly
When,
became a hot tub streamer.
yes, when Patrick Klepek
He did what?
Patrick Klepek, yeah, I believe he finished Kingsfield, the ancient city, while in a hot tub.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Outside his office, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I forget. Did I ever tell you my hot tub story?
You're about to.
Uh-huh.
So I went on my junior year ski trip, I believe, in high school.
Yeah.
There was a ski trip, and I went. And someone took a picture of me in the hot tub next to ladies,
Uh-huh.
who I was not especially friendly with, but someone took a picture of it, and I had the picture. So I put it on my Facebook because I was cool. And then my my roommate in college, when he looked me up on Facebook. He saw this Italian guy in a hot tub with ladies and thought I was some sort of Guido asshole.
Some sort of
And
Lothario.
And then when he came into our dorm room to unpack, he had found that I had already unpacked and was playing Street Fighter 4 with my sister. And then he was like, "Oh, you're cool." We got along swimmingly. That's my hot tub story. That's the last time
Nice.
I've been in a hot tub.
My
not true.
roommate my roommate freshman
focus
year,
on this.
whom I am still friends with, he apparently used my pawn in Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, good for you.
He gave me some healing items.
Oh, Brayden,
Dragon.
should we be quiet for this, or just the talk?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter.
Should we be quiet or should you be quiet?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what the whale when, how going, why it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I know which song you're singing. I get it. And then I beat Shaq.
Nice, I got third. Come on. You have so much time left.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So did
So this
anyone
exact
in
minigame
chat-
is in Breath of Fire 3? Oh.
Oh god.
I don't even remember it. Is this during the, let's say the cooking sequence, Yatsu?
Oh god.
Oh, never mind. I know where this is. Yeah. It's not anywhere near as bad as this, even remotely.
Okay.
If only I was playing this on a CRT television
Ah,
with
yes,
my
I love that
GameCube
classic,
controller.
That classic excuse.
It's the only way I can play Melee.
Only way I can play Melee is behind bars because of things
Because
that I did play Melee.
I was inappropriate with another player who was also a 14-year-old.
Jesus.
That's not even a
that's,
joke.
That's actually right. Yeah. Yeah.
The number-
that's just
I
how it
know, but
Like it's actually
I know.
I don't want to get
I know.
serious here.
That's very common across internet personalities. It just seems.
But Yeah, specifically that bit. Anyway,
Tell me more about Serious Sam.
Serious Sam is
Man
okay.
screams, yells at you with a bomb. He doesn't have
Hello,
a
it's me. Twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. I don't think Serious Sam is very good.
Go to hell. Next question.
I think
I
it's
like
very
Serious
funny
Sam.
that Crow Team also is responsible for the Talus Principle,
Yeah,
which
one
is
of the
a
best,
much better
like,
game.
one of the best puzzle games in the last like 20 years.
Yes, but Talos Principle 2, Game of the Year last year.
One
Never
of
too.
the better post-Portal puzzle games.
Talos Principle is just good, straight up.
Yeah.
But it's not about God,
You should
Gino.
play the sequel.
No,
no,
it's not
it's
about
very
God. I've
good.
heard this.
You shut the
Oh,
fuck.
you chucklefucks need to play the sequel. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I know of a special guest that they should do if they pick that sequel for
Yeah,
the
I know a
main
guy.
podcast, right?
Who?
His name is Billy Grindfather Rothert.
Oh.
You know, I mean,
Yes.
it's not a game about God. It's just robots having a good time and you solving puzzles, right?
Yep.
I couldn't have cared less about the story.
Mitsuki, are you all right?
No, he just. I mean, it's a game
But I
where
need that injection
a
now.
character named Elohim tells you to do things, and Billy was like, "Nah, this ain't about God." And we were like, "His name's God." In Hebrew, like, what do you mean it's not God?
How do you
Nah,
feel?
it's not about God.
It's about
It's
robots.
just a puzzle
Much
game.
better.
It's about robots.
I've told this story, but I actually
feel
met one of the
refreshed.
creators writers for the Talos Principle.
Thank God.
Hmm.
And I explained to them
Oh,
Billy's
yes.
stance,
You'll need
and
this.
as I was explaining Billy's stance, kind of turned pale, and he says, "My only response is tell him he's wrong." And
sent
Gina
cartridge
remembers
for the
this. I
AP.
pinged him on the Deep Listens
It's new
Discord,
standard,
and he
which
proceeds to
means I
send me an
think you can
essay
use
about
it with
how
your guns.
authorial intent does not. He proceeds to give me an essay about
think you're
the meaning of
right.
authorial intent.
I was only
Hmm.
able to
How
find
the
5.
author's dead, and so
Are
he
you
can pick
all
whatever
right?
meaning he wants from anything. Just like completely misconstruing what the author is dead means as a concept. But that's
I mean,
fine.
I'm kind of on the guy's side. I think that
I
once the
heard
art is
something
out in the
about
world,
how hard to
I don't
control the
really
life forms
super
that were
care about
bred in
what the
there.
creator meant for it. It takes
Oh,
on a
totally.
life of its own.
That's not the
wonder if
thing. But
maybe
like
this
the point of the
wasn't
author is
caused
dead is
by
that the
a
text
life
is the
form in that
text.
apparatus
His
running
point
amok.
was basically I can ignore what's in the text to
we get
insert
to
whatever
the
I
bottom
fucking
level?
want, which was that was the part that was weird.
Deactivating the
Not
security
you don't have
system
to.
on
I don't
that
care about what the author
requires
wanted. But
authorization from
you know,
company headquarters.
support your claim with the text, not just actively ignoring it. That's
Which
all.
means
I mean,
we'll
like
be
the,
robots.
with the outside.
I mean,
Robots
the
are
actual right way
For
to
now,
interpret a
let's
work
go to the control
is
center.
to treat the author as the
My
antagonist.
team's there.
Yes,
I figure it's got to be
it's to
safer
do
than
harm to it,
this.
really.
Okay.
Did I
I'll
tell
do
Did I tell y'all that I gave a speech at Billy's wedding
Yeah.
and
Yes.
told
ahead.
the chimp fighting story?
Oh.
Mm. I don't know either of these stories. No, I know that.
Oh, you
all I
didn't-
know is that you said you were very cross about not being invited until like a week before his wedding.
He didn't tell me that I was giving a speech until about a week before his wedding. So yeah, that was like a little bit under the gun. But yeah, he claimed on the podcast at one point that he believed that he could defeat a chimpanzee in single combat
Uh-huh. Go on.
if he was mano a mano with a chimp. He believed that he could win.
Oh, he's
in a-
gonna
in a
beat
fight.
it up with the one arm that gets ripped off.
That's what I said, and that was what I said in the speech. I was just like, so Billy's a very confident man. He believed that he could defeat a chimpanzee in single combat. The problem with this is that chimpanzees do not believe in human law, and so there are things that a human being wouldn't do to a human being that a chimpanzee would 100% do to you, because they've got claws and teeth. And yeah, he sincerely believes that because he studied a little bit of martial arts in college, that he could defeat a chimpanzee
I mean, to be
in a
fair,
one-on-one fight.
there's millions of people who are like that. He's not alone.
Remember when
Who thinks
Mike
they could beat a
Mahardy?
chimpanzee?
Billy.
Remember when Mike
I haven't
Mahardy
built-
and Dan Reichert were both convinced they could beat up a wolf? And
That's
then
also wrong.
and then they found out how big wolves are.
Yeah.
They're bigger than dogs.
It turns out wolves, they're bigger than most dogs.
Yeah. Every time
Sorry.
I'm next to my dog, who is a big dog, I go, "Thank goodness you don't want me dead." I just look at him and I go, "If you want to be dead, this would be over."
Wait,
he
so your
doesn't.
dog
He's
is
a good
big?
boy. I have one big dog and one small dog.
So do you have one dog who's a... Too loud? I need to adjust that.
Yes. You scared someone away. I don't know who you did. Who left?
Oh, I scared Rocket away, which happens.
It's fair. But yeah, the chimpanzee. Yeah, he. So, another thing about my good friend Billy is that he his glasses are essential.
Oh,
without-
is this the judo story when you were trying to get people to join your judo club?
What is the story?
The one
I
where
don't-
you karate kicked him in the face while you're trying to get them to join people on your college campus.
Oh, I did do that. That was a thing that happened. I didn't know. So he couldn't see. His glasses.
I'm
He
mixing
sees
up
double.
stuff. Sorry.
He sees double if he doesn't have his glasses on. And so the notion that someone who, without glasses, cannot function, could defeat a chimpanzee in single combat. It's just not. Chimpanzees are strong. But no, I did hit him in the face. Yeah, because I thought I didn't think I was throwing a punch that hard or fast, but I didn't fully
A
appreciate that
likely
he couldn't.
story.
He
Oh
couldn't
no,
see
did she
without
die?
glasses. Oh no, she's sleepy.
Okay, we're restarting.
Oh, she's dead. She can die?
Hey, I love escort missions. It's good that I saved.
It is good that
Yeah.
you saved. Is she juiced up with the good virus now?
Yeah, now we have the vaccine.
Okay.
So this is a good spot for me to finally unveil something I've been sitting on for a month.
Uh-huh. All right.
Waiting for both Arbitrary Water and Harley to be in the same chat.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Okay, please
Let's go.
please hatch your egg that you've been
Alright,
sitting on
so-
for a month.
So, the 10 best Warhammer strategy games ranked.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
No.
There's a
Yeah, let's
surprise.
go.
There are enough of those that you could make that list.
Wait, is this 40K or is this fantasy?
I think it's
Both,
either.
I believe.
Okay, both. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
All right,
I
so-
can even join this. Okay.
All right,
Alright.
so number
I know
10,
nothing.
Number 10.
Warhammer 40,000, Sanctus Reach.
What?
I've actually not played that one.
With a
What'd you tell me?
Metacritic of 69 out of 100.
Nice.
Nice.
No,
Okay.
that's an RTS game
I don't know a
From
thing about that
2017.
game.
by Straylight.
I've never even heard of that developer.
Okay,
This
so
game looks like a bad CNC clone.
Hold on. Can I get a link
speaking
to
of,
this?
I
So
have
this
Zippy?
is tactics? Is this a tactics game?
Can I get a link to
Oh,
this?
Yeah, I
Zippy?
need to play more CNC.
to Sanctus
Red Alert
Reach
3.
or the list.
This looks like a tactics.
Sanctus Reach.
I'm gonna put this in the Twitch chat. Actually, I'll put it in text to speech too. But yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, number 9, Warhammer, Mark of
Come on.
Chaos.
All right.
Mark of Chaos,
That is the early aughts RTS.
2006.
3D.
I prefer Steven of Chaos. Next up.
Oh, right. This is from Black Hole Entertainment. The people made Might and Magic 6.
Heroes of Might and
6.
Magic 6, yes.
Damn.
And
Not-
then that
not the good
game
one.
Went belly up, and they went bankrupt immediately.
Yeah, because Ubisoft
Cool.
give them any money to make that game.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
do
keep
it.
going. What's the next
All
game?
right. Number 8. Space Hulk Tactics.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no, but
With a Metacritic of 73.
Space
I
Hulk.
gotta
Tactics is pretty okay.
go. My voice starting to hurt,
Okay.
so I'll talk to y'all
Go.
later.
Oh, okay.
you are
Bye.
excused.
Okay, Space Hulk Tactics. Yeah, this looks meh. Yeah, it looks fine.
So number 7.
Hmm.
I'm saying that with like a question mark at the end. Is Blood Bowl 2.
Not.
That's a tactical game. That's an.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's based on a tactical board game.
It is in fact a turn-based strategy game. It's just that it's a turn-based strategy game about playing fantasy football.
Electric football in particular.
Well, the weird thing about Blood Bowl is that it is an adaptation of a board game made by a French company based on a British tabletop company's taking the piss out of American football.
Yeah, there's layers to how stupid Blood Bowl is.
I thought about playing Blood Bowl for Super Bowl Sunday as like a goof, but then I actually realized it's like a fairly complex board game. And I did not want to play it.
On that note, though, Blood Bowl is actually, like, Blood Bowl 2 is unironically a very good video game.
Oh, well, it's the 7th best
It's
Warhammer
complicated.
strategy game.
Blood Bowl 3 is a nightmare of monetization and should never have been made.
Oh, hey, Games
Oh, well,
Workshop
you heard it
making
here first.
an exploitative, monetized video game in its modern era. Oh, boy.
Never would have imagined.
I mean,
All right, so number 6 on the list. Numero 6. Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2.
yeah. Okay. That game's cool.
That game's pretty dope.
Oh, okay.
So that game is basically a naval combat game that just so happens to have a Warhammer trapping. So how do you feel about strafing around an enemy ship and unleashing broadsides?
I think the only reason why I was a little anemic at it at launch is that game also had weird DLC monetization that felt shitty at the time. Like the Tau and Space Marines were DLC.
It was weird. It was weird. I get Tau being DLC. Space Marines being DLC is very strange.
Admittedly,
Warhammer
like they
game.
sold the base game at not full price, and like the DLC was $4. But yeah, the Space Marines were DLC. But yeah, it was a cool game. I'm still amazed that they did not make another space fleet oriented RTS game set in Warhammer 40k. All right, next game.
All right, next game, number 5. All right, so I want to try to get a little bit of participation here. So I'm going to say that of these next 5 games, 4 of them are 40k.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna
Dawn
guess
of
there's
War.
gonna be some Dawn of War games. I bet Dawn of War 1 and 2 are on there, and I'm gonna guess that Warhammer 2 is at least on there.
Warhammer 2?
Top game.
I am going to guess
Total Warhammer.
that I'm going to guess that Dawn of War 3 gets a special shout out, but isn't actually on the list. And Total War, the Total War franchise is on there, but not a specific game.
I think they go with
This
2.
is Game Rant. They're going to have the specific games.
I'm gonna say that it's probably 2 is gonna rank the highest among those.
Yeah,
Total
it's
War
going to be
games.
Total Warhammer 2 based on this AI list.
AI list. Fucking. Shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to think. What was
So then what game is number 5?
It is going to be
Damon
Dawn
Gate?
of War Dark Crusade. because it's
Number
old.
5, the 5th best Warhammer strategy game is Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus.
Yeah, okay.
Oh shit!
Huh, right.
Hell of a game.
Fuck. This list probably was made before Chaos Gate, right?
This list was made a month ago.
Okay, so
Chaos.
Gate.
Yeah,
being
where's original Chaos Gate? Or
Where's
Chaos
new
Gate
Chaos
Demon
Gate?
Hunters?
I was gonna say, where's new Chaos Gate?
All right, so number 4 on the list,
Mm.
with a Metacritic of 85 out of 100, for what that's worth.
Chaos Gate, Rogue Trader. No, wait, Rogue Trader's not going to be on here.
It might be. Rogue Trader came out a few months ago.
But we're talking about RTSs or strategy games.
It's a
Strategic.
strategy game.
Dawn of War. Yeah.
Role-playing games can be strategy
Right,
games.
give it. Hit us.
All right, so 3 and 4 are both Dawn of War games. Which Dawn of War games are 4 and 3?
I think it's 2 is 4, and then 1 is 3.
Yeah.
That's correct, actually. You got it right first try.
1
Damn it.
is the most traditional of the RTS games. 2 is when they started moving towards smaller, fewer units, and then 3 is when they went full hog, like Battle Chess.
I love going full hog. All right, yes. So 4 is Dawn of War 2.
That's
3
right,
is Dawn of
right.
War.
Braden, that's basically the trajectory of Dawn of War.
I
It
also-
slowly
We
but
don't talk
surely
about
became
Dawn of War
Battle Chess.
3.
What's the situation?
It slowly but surely became the same trajectory as
Come look at this.
Warcraft. Anyways, okay, yeah. So
All
we're
right,
on 2
so-
and 1, right?
Yeah, so we're on 2 and 1. So between these two games, one of them is 40K and one of them is fantasy.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
I think that they're
patch-up
gonna
job,
put Warhammer
But I
2.
managed to do a quick rebuild of
Number
part of the
1.
system.
What is
Looks
the
like
second best Warhammer
communication
strategy
room's
game?
power supply has been taken out,
I think it's
though.
gonna be the 40K game.
That'll have to be
What
fixed
40K
directly.
game?
Which of the 1,040K games?
Yes. Okay, the Metacritic is 87 out of 100. So it
No
reviewed very
problem.
well by traditional
What do you
outlets.
need?
So it's not a war. It's not
Repair
Dawn of
tools
War.
and system software.
I
Is it
think,
Chaos Gate
Down
Demon
below.
Hunters?
I think this one's
Once
Demon
you get
Hunters.
the power
'Cause it's
supply
recent.
fixed,
So
reinstall the
I'll give a
system
hint.
software
I'm being
into the
I'm being an
communication
asshole.
room server.
Is it Dark
this one.
Crusade?
Yes.
Then I'll do an
Okay,
emergency
fuck you.
Well,
overwrite
hold
from
on.
the
Dark
terminal
Crusade's not
here.
a strategy game. That's a fucking action RPG.
No,
Warhammer-
Dark Crusade
Warhammer 40
is the expansion for Dawn of War
You're
1.
connected to the communications room
Oh,
by underground.
I'm thinking of-
Oh, you asshole!
You should be able to get there through the
So that's
main
the one
did-
that introduced the Tau and the Necrons. So
Yep.
whatever.
Okay.
And it
I'm
also
on
had
my way.
that fun little sandbox
Watch out,
campaign.
Rachel.
Yeah, that massive world map.
Don't you worry. Just get
I
going.
I beat that. I beat that
thing was
campaign
great.
as Chaos Space Marines.
That is a very good campaign. Also a very good Einon Zur soundtrack.
Yes. I maintain that Dawn of War 1 has the single best unit barks of any RTS period.
All right, and
So it
number
has to
one
be
on the
Warhammer
list.
2.
Total War
It's-
Warhammer 2.
It's the Total Warhammer 2. Yes.
Even
There
though
you go.
3's
Those are your
better
10
at
best.
this point.
Boy, Braden, we sure
Warhammer.
had a long conversation about the future of creative assembly before all this shit broke. Right?
Yeah, it sure. Speaking of people who have made very good Warhammer games, my condolences to everyone at Relic who lost their jobs so that Sega could sell them.
Well, they regained their independence. They bought out the rights
Yeah.
to be independent, and then immediately realized. So we got our independence back, guys. That's the good news. Bad news, we can probably only keep about half of you.
Well, yeah, that's how these things work. But yeah.
And then also, what is it, like 240 people?
Yeah, it's 240.
Across
between
all of-
between Relic and Creative Assembly, yeah. Which is not a small number. Harley, are you enthusiastic about Thrones of Chaos or Thrones of Decay?
Is that the new Total War
That's the
Warhammer
upcoming
3
DLC. That's going to be
No.
Empire Dwarfs and Nurgle.
I am not, because I guarantee you it's going to be another $25 DLC
Yeah,
that's
it
going to
sure
come.
is.
It sure
That's
is.
going to come with. Hold on, it's going to be $25. It's going to come with one fewer legendary lord than it should.
No,
They're
they
gonna try
said
and
there's going to
make-
be an FLC Lord this time.
There's always an FLC lord.
There wasn't one for Shadows of Change.
Well, okay, but here's the thing.
There wasn't one for the Chaos Dwarfs.
Well, okay, well, sure, that's two, but like,
Or the Champions of Chaos, because they
I
said...
think the point, Braden,
Yeah.
I think we actually agree with Harley. We're
Yeah.
just being shitty. But I think the point is that it ain't gonna be $15.99. It's gonna be $24.99.
Yep. And they are going to add there's going to be they are going to include the same number as units as they did in Shadows of Change, because they don't want people to yell at them.
A1 arbitrary rotter has a giant red X saying "Do not recommend for Shadows of Change DLC."
Yeah, buy that thing on sale, because somehow the best campaign of those three is Yuan Bo.
Yeah, I like the split campaign. Also, yeah, like the Changeling is like an impossible to lose campaign, so that's just a
The
bummer.
Changeling feels like a god mode hack.
It feels like the absolute worst version of where the High Elves were in Warhammer 2, which is you clearly made the easy campaign this fair play, learn the mechanics, but then also you're like actively encouraged not to learn the mechanics with the Changeling. And like the whole point is like, oh, you're supposed to like travel the world and capture all of these cool abilities. But
And
there's actually
yeah,
no
and trick
motivation to do
factions
that.
into fighting each other, and then it's like,
There's no
no.
reason to do that. Once you get a good scheme, there's no reason for you to continue. I think the weird thing is like I think I have more fun using the blue scribes than the Changeling.
Yeah. I think the
Yeah,
Changeling is a interesting idea implemented poorly.
Yuan Bo is cool. It's a fractured start, and Mother Ostanka is...
She's okay.
Is okay. Her faction feels half-baked still.
They gave her Grom's Cauldron, but it's consumables.
And like I said, it drives me fucking up the wall that when you do not play her, she only uses those curses when she's fighting you. And so whenever you get into your first battle against Mother Ostanka, all of your units are cursed because she's been building up all of these potions and consumables, and she never uses it on the AI. The anti-player bias is still a problem.
I wonder if the game would even
Sounds like
know
they
how to
should,
use those debuffs. Anyway,
Sounds like they should stick to the Total War historical games.
no.
Oh.
No.
Man. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's what
No.
they're clearly gonna do, right?
Yeah, Pharaoh did so well for them.
Yeah. You know, people really like that Thrones of Britannia. They want to go back.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, the Saga games are fine when they're properly billed as Saga games.
And price at Saga.
Pharaoh was
But that
was
the
full
problem
price.
that was the problem with Pharaoh. They're like, we're making another historical game. It's going to be set in Bronze Age Egypt. And everyone's like, so it's a Saga game. No, this is $59.99. This is the next entry in the historical campaign. It's like, this is clearly a Saga game. What the fuck are you on? And then it released
Hold
it
on,
was very clearly a Saga game.
I will be honest. I am a bit of a newcomer, actually, to Total War games in general, aside from the Warhammer games. What is the difference?
So Saga games are
games-
the experimental side games, basically.
Like, they're smaller in
they
scope.
merge
Yeah.
history with like mythology. So like Age of Empires mythology meets like Age of
That's-
Empires.
I mean, that's what Troy does. But
Yeah, that's what Troy did.
they
But Thrones of Britannia
retroactively
or-
branded Fall of the Samurai as a Saga game,
Oh, really?
even though it's it's basically just a standalone expansion for Shogun 2,
I like
where
I like that game.
yeah, that game's super cool because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's good.
gunpowder units and like traditional land units.
I think that Shogun and Fall of the Samurai have better gunpowder mechanics than Empire Total War.
I mean, they came afterwards. Like, so they should make an Empire 2 and make that stuff better.
They did make
I mean,
Empire
that was
2.
the
It was
rumor.
called Napoleon.
Wait,
Yeah, that was actually the rumor is that the
but
historical
that was
team.
that's more of like a standalone expansion kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, basically.
I also think that the weird thing about Napoleon is that that was maybe one of the better non-grand campaign, like story campaigns that they had ever done because it actually had a sense of progression.
Like, if anything, that was the first Saga game.
In some ways, sure. I mean, you could say that Alexander for Rome Total
Oh,
War
jeez. Huh.
was a Saga game, but that
But
campaign
anyway-
is fucked.
But yeah, they should make a Medieval 3 or an Empire 2.
So that was the rumor before Pharaoh was
Oh, yeah.
announced. Is that
Was
hey, we're
Medieval
splitting the
3.
team up into 2 groups. One is going actually no. So the rumor was they were going to split the teams up for Creative Assembly into 3 groups: DLC, History, Warhammer, and the History team was supposedly working on either Empire Total War 2 or Medieval 3.
Which are the obvious things to do.
And then Hyenas happened, and then Hyenas didn't happen, and now the studio is perpetually cutting staffing, and things have been on fire.
So I look forward to buying the Total War license in the fire sale that happens in like a year and a half.
Hey, I've said before, Embracer only paid what, 400 million for all of IDOS. So, you think we'll be able to get Legacy of Kain for $30?
Maybe.
I'll do it. I'll make the new Legacy of Kain if no one else will.
That should be a Patreon incentive. Is that the Deep Listens podcast buys the Legacy of Kain IP?
Yeah. Nothing else from IDOS. We're not gonna save Deus Ex. That will cost too much.
So, yeah, I don't know. Do we
And
even...
with that, I am going.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, I had a listicle for you.
What?
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll hang around for one listicle.
Okay. Because I saw this listicle, it got recommended to me, and I was like, I have to share this to Borgmaster at least. So this is Screen Rant. It's not gaming related.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
This is Star Trek Voyager's 15 creepiest episodes ranked from worst to best.
What the fuck?
So I think the concept. I did not read the
That's
pitch because
a-
we're gonna. So this is the concept based off of my judgment. I'm not going to read their explanation of what this list is. So this is the 15 what they believe is the creepiest episodes. Number 15 is creepy bad. Number 1 would be creepy good.
Yeah, that sounds like that AI prompt is too complicated. It's
Okay.
gonna get fucked up.
But anyways, we get to talk about bad episodes of Voyager, which there's more than one. All right, number
Is
15.
the Salamander
worst...
episode on there?
No.
Shut up.
So number 15 is Darkling.
Oh, which one is that?
This is the episode where it's like a retelling of Dr. Jekyll versus Mr. Hyde, and it's the doctor
Oh God!
with his
Oh,
evil
no.
personality. Remember?
I had repressed that episode.
So
Jesus.
that's a
that's
bad
pretty bad.
episode. It's pretty bad. I mean, Picardo really does try to sell his
tries.
lines. He tries to be
He really
evil,
tries.
but
Like he does better than the evil Bashir in DS9. I will say that.
all right. Number 14, The Haunting of Deck 12.
I recognize the name. What's the premise of that episode again?
This is the episode where Neelix is telling a ghost story to the Borg children while the power is out on the ship.
Oh, that's a very forgettable episode. extremely forgettable.
I like the weird. I actually don't hate that episode because I like the weird. When we see the monsters of the story, I like the weird costuming and the makeup for those things. I don't hate that episode. It's not a bad episode. Okay, number 13 for implications. Persistence of vision.
Vision.
This is where.
So this is where I say
yeah,
it's been.
This is the
it's
one with
been,
the hallucinated romance sequence with Bieliana and
Balana.
Balana and Choktai.
And Chakotay.
Yeah, Chakotay and her have that weird hallucination romance thing.
Okay, so it's been over a decade since I've watched all the episodes of Voyager. So like the really mediocre ones, I've forgotten.
This is where a group of mysterious aliens are able to manipulate the perception of all of the members of Voyager and cause them to fall for elaborate visions, including when two characters develop a relationship that never existed in the first place.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 of those in every Star Trek series.
What makes this especially creepy, I don't remember this episode at all, is the fact that the crew never learned who the alien actually was or why he or she targeted them in the first place. An unpleasant note to the episode's finale.
I mean, it's for the laughs, probably.
Okay, number 12, waking moments. Similar to persistence of vision, waking moments use the crew's perception of reality as the driving force behind the episode's unsettling story, this time in the context of not being able to tell the difference between dreams and reality. Yeah, they sure did do that a lot. The alien antagonists in Waking Moments were some of Voyager's creepiest by far, especially when they appeared out of nowhere to the crew during their dreams. I don't remember this episode.
Yeah, no, completely forgotten.
There is a Janeway nightmare sequence about a table of dead crewmates in the mess hall, which is a jump scare moment. Okay, I remember that scene where Janeway walks into the mess hall and she sees everyone dead.
I'm just playing this video game.
Yeah, like it's not ringing any bells for me.
Okay, the
it's
AI
mediocre.
did a bad job with this. So number 11, macrocosm.
That's not scary. No, that's not creepy. That's
the
just
macrovirus itself was the driving force behind the episode's creepy elements. Although the CGI used to create it looks somewhat dated when
It was
viewed by
hilarious.
modern standards. Still,
Like
the
that-
concept of a massive virus as macrocosm's antagonist was highly upsetting, and Captain Janeway arming herself with a phaser rifle and roaming the ship commando style to take out the virus was definitely the episode's highlight.
What's that Stephen King movie, Flight of the Langoliers? What's it called?
The
Flight
Langoliers?
Of the Langoliers, yeah. So remember the TV movie adaptation of that?
I'm aware of this.
The monster aliens in that Voyager episode look like the monsters from that TV movie.
I just realized that Voyager would have been late 90s enough that they would have been more comfortable using CG, and I bet it's real bad, huh?
Oh, boy.
It's real bad.
I mean, look up the salamander.
Because the thing with TNG is
No, but some of the stuff, yeah.
The thing with TNG
like
is you're like, oh, that's cute. It's like a Kai's power goo.
I mean, it's the species 8 whatever.
8472.
8472. That's really bad.
I think those are less bad than the macrocosm things.
Yeah. Okay. Number 10. I think you're actually probably right. Coda.
That's not
That's
a
not
creepy
a bad episode.
That's not a creepy
Coda
one.
focused on Captain Janeway putting her through the ringer as she caught up in a Groundhog Day life cycle of dying and being resurrected. Like, it's actually also maybe one of the better episodes of Voyager.
That's season 3, though, isn't it? Or am I thinking? I'm thinking something else.
No, you're right. Season 3.
Oh, okay.
The episode's strength is Janeway as a character, and the dive into her past when the alien antagonist appeared as her father was a great addition to help fill out her backstory. Coda also had some truly unsettling moments, such as when the doctor euthanized Janeway after she supposedly contacted Phage, or when Janeway observed her own death and funeral as a ghost.
Like, season
I think
3 is
that's more
probably
of a dramatic thing.
it's more of a
than
dramatic
horror.
thing. Like, season 3 is probably the worst season of Voyager. So, like the better episodes of that season will, rank as just mediocre.
Okay. First episode of season 5. Do you remember what that episode was?
First episode of season 5. That's not the one with the nebula where they're all asleep, right?
It's
And
night.
7 and 9's freaking out. That is the one with the nebula where they're all asleep
Yeah,
and
you
there's
got
no
it right.
stars. Yeah.
Creepiness
Hell
of
yeah.
night came mainly when the crew dubbed the Void and the psychedelic effects lack of life in the region had on everyone. Seeing Neelix suffering from panic attacks or Janeway's despondency was truly unsettling, and the reveal of the Void's resident alien species was a wonderfully suspenseful sequence of scenes that relied on several jump scares to make the episode even better.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, that episode was decent.
I think I maybe have
You know
got.
what's
I
happening
maybe
here,
got
don't
this
you?
in reverse, where number 15 is the worst and number 1 is the best.
It's the best.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
really
that's what I was
that
saying.
Okay, I think we got this. Number 8, Phage.
Do you really
That's a
belong
season
here?
1 episode. Yeah, season
That's
1.
that's where they introduced the phage, right?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Wanna
not
get
it's
to
not
the control
creepy.
center?
Just kind of gross.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're saying that like Neelix getting
Go
his
there.
lungs taken
I got
away by
friends
the
there.
Vidians is what makes
It's messed
Wait
up.
there. We
I mean,
should
Hey,
I
all.
mean, I mean that's like that's like a dick thing to do, but
Welcome
that's
to the top 15
know.
creepiest Star Trek Voyager episodes featuring me playing Chaos Break.
I mean, also the Vidians are a very good effect. Like their faces, I love them.
Oh
They're
yeah,
not
no,
great.
there's a lot of prosthetics on there, which I appreciate.
Okay.
But yeah,
Number 7, Revulsion. This is the sentient holograms episode.
which one?
The one that ends up where there's the hologram who's disfigured and starts going on a serial killer rampage. Djarin?
I do not recall that in the slightest.
The hologram
Drawing a
that wants
blank.
to murder B'Elanna.
I'm drawing a blank.
That, like, reaches into her chest to try and crush her heart. Like, she tries to do, like, a
I'm-
Temple of Doom thing.
Drawing a complete blank.
Okay. Number 6. The Scientific Method. This is another episode where Janeway gets brain
Right?
fucked, right?
Wait, is that? I thought Scientific Method was the one where the doctor gets found by those dinosaur aliens.
Let me... Scientific Method. Voyager. What? The premise of the episode is that of a group of cloaked aliens performing scientific experiments on the Voyager crew and the effect of the experiments have on various crew members. The episode explores this from a
but-
third-party perspective.
Yeah, but that's from the perspective of the aliens, isn't it?
The B-plot is Tom and B'Elanna starting a romantic relationship.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Forced medical
I'm-
experimentation is always an unsettling topic, and scenes like 7 of 9
Eh.
finally seeing what the aliens were doing to the crew really drove home the horror of the episode's premise.
No, but like it's from the viewpoint of the aliens, so like we know what they're up to and what they're doing. So,
Okay.
eh.
Number 5, Meld.
Oh, is that the one with?
That's the
Is
one
that the
with
one
serial
where?
killer.
Yeah, the serial killer, where Tuvok has to like deal with the
Meld.
serial killer guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuvok deals with the serial killer.
Yeah, sure, why not? That was-
okay, yeah.
that
They're
was a weird
talking about
character.
how the unsettling part is when Tuvok breaks as a Vulcan and loses control of his impulses.
I mean, what was that horror movie from the early aughts with Jennifer Lopez where she goes into like the serial killer's
Cell?
subconscious?
Cell.
The Cell. Yeah, so it's basically Tuvok doing the Cell. Like,
Okay.
But with
It's-
half the budget of the Cell.
well, half the budget of the Cell, and
Maybe even a
and
quarter,
like
I don't know.
and also like a TV PG rating.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
It's
like
actually
for
a good Tuvok episode.
for a season 2 episode, it's all right. It's pretty good season 2 episode. Alright.
Yep, you're right. There's more Vidian content. Number 4 is
Shit.
Faces. This is the one with the Klingon. Sulan. Remember that? That's the
Yeah, I
when they
ended
kill
up in a
Lieutenant
cave system.
Durst and remove his face.
Vaguely. I'm vaguely recalling this episode.
Anyways, yeah, it's the one that has the weird face transplant
So-
stuff.
Alright, so here's the thing. When you mentioned this list, I had 2 episodes in mind, and if those 2 are not on this list, I'm going to be very mad.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Number 3, The Thaw.
The Thaw?
Thaw. Yeah, this is the evil clown episode.
Oh, I mean, okay.
The evil clown is
Sure.
the embodiment of fear.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not creepy, but that's an interesting episode. Like for season 1, that's like as good as they got in season 1.
I mean, also, I like the ending scene where how Janeway beats
Yeah.
the clown. That's like
Yeah,
an
I know,
actual
like-
good scene.
Does she
That
go,
is a good scene.
Does she go, I'm not afraid of no clown. You're
Oh,
just
No,
a
she has
piece
to be
of
No.
garbage.
And the clown is like a personification of fear. So she has to figure out a way to like make him afraid.
Well, and also the clown exists as an AI in like a cryogenic sleep system that they're trying to get people out of. So she has to go in there and confront this evil clown AI thing, who's a personification of fear. It's as good as the early Voyager gets.
And also, it's clearly
found
an
out
episode that was
sense the camera behind me.
It was also an episode that did a good job of striking the balance between the season 1 budget problems, where they spent almost all of that season 1 budget for the first episode.
Yeah.
That first episode's got a lot of explosions and CG
Sure does.
and fucking effects, and then immediately you could tell they realized, oh shit, we spent all of the money on the first episode.
Oh, The Walking Dead
To be
season 1
fair-
problem.
Yes.
Like by
Yes,
episode,
actually. Yes.
By episode 3, you can tell they realized they spent way too much money on the first episode of season.
And then
But you know
they
what?
fired
That's one of the
Frank
better pilots.
Darabont.
Yeah.
Haha.
Because he wanted it to cost money, and then the last 18 years of The Walking Dead have just been people arguing in rooms.
I'm
As you do.
reading this along, and I have not. So we've reached number 2, and
Yeah.
I also have a couple of episodes in mind, and they are not on this list. Again, these are creepy episodes of Voyager.
Yeah, creepy episodes.
Number 2, 1.
Oh,
This
that's
is
the sleeping
7
one.
of 9. This is the 7,
The 7
of
and 9 where everyone's asleep. Right, yeah. That was not creepy, but it's a good episode. It's not creepy, though.
Seven's nightmare of being completely alone became a reality, and that's the creepy part. And
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
mess with the
everyone's
viewer's
in-
perception of what was and wasn't real.
Yeah, it's a good episode, not creepy, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe you think it's weird seeing 7 of 9 experience existential dread, but, yeah, it's a good episode.
And then one weird guy shows up.
This is how you
Anyway.
did it! Fuck you!
Oh, no. What's number 1?
Number 1, Equinox Parts 1 and Part 2.
Fuck you. How the hell is that? Okay, go on. Read it. Read it.
I'm gonna read the entire thing. Equinox is not only, oh my god, Equinox is not only one of Star Trek Voyager's best episodes, but also the show's creepiest by far. The episode combined multiple unsettling factors, including a deadly alien species that was impossible to communicate with. However, Equinox actually made the audience feel bad for these aliens when faced with the crew of the USS Equinox's callous disregard for their lives. The Equinox crew committed some astonishing atrocities by using the murdered aliens as corpses to help fuel their ship, and the myriad moral dilemmas the episode raised were beautifully interwoven with an action-packed plot and stellar acting from the cast.
See, now I'm mad.
Equinox is a good episode, though. I mean, it's a
I
good
mean,
two-parter.
it's
Okay,
it's
no,
not
it's
bad.
not a good
but,
two-parter because the first episode is better than the second episode by a lot.
like, it's not bad, but it's not. That's not the AI misunderstood the assignment.
It's supposed to be creepy.
Not. It's just, hey, these guys went like full Heart of Darkness in the Delta Quadrant. Or I guess no, not that. But like the guys went like the evil Battlestar Galactica. Like it's just that.
Mm-hmm. So, your episodes you would have put on this list?
I'm trying to find the name of them. Course Oblivion. How the hell is Course Oblivion not on this list? Holy shit. Do you remember that one?
Remind me.
They're talking about Star Trek again, Justin.
I'm surprised. I had no idea you guys were such fans of Star Trek.
I
yeah,
appreciate
it's
the
hard to tell.
offer, Alt. I cannot imagine playing any sort of
Interior
Jump King
contamination,
style
level
game
7.
and not
We need to
immediately
clear
giving
Revulsion
up.
not on
entire
this list?
area.
Yeah, it was. You mentioned it.
The teams
Okay,
had
yeah, it
one
was, okay.
accident.
No,
Dead.
so Course Oblivion is the episode where everyone on the ship melts and they die.
I'm going to take care of the big
I would also
samples
say
down
that-
at the bottom level.
It's a
just as
fucked
soon
up
as we've
episode.
deactivated
That
the
episode
security
messed with
system.
my head as a child.
You know,
'Cause
if you want to talk about
everyone
episodes
melts
that,
and
Situation on
dies.
your end.
if you want to talk about like episodes that really fucked me up, let's talk about
Oh,
Tuvix.
Yeah.
Okay, that's horrifying for a different reson. But the other episode I was thinking of is the only good episode from season 1, or is it season 2? The one where Harry
Aces?
Kim accidentally gets sent to an alternate dimension who thinks that our dimension is the afterlife. And things get existentially dark.
There'd be no excuse they could possibly make.
Yeah.
And he has to die at the end to come back.
Roger. I'll
Was
be back
Cold
soon.
Fire on this list?
Which episode is that?
Cold Fire is the season 2 episode where they go to the Okampa colonists and they go through like the mysterious female entity who promises that they have an ability to help them. The Caretaker, it's the second, like, it's the direct follow-up to the season premiere of The Caretaker, because you learn more about the Caretaker's alien species,
Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
and you realize that they're all full of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, if we want to talk about episodes that really fuck people up, like, let's talk about the Tuvix episode.
Yeah, but again, that's for
Janeway
other
killed
reasons.
Tuvix.
But also, consider this: Tuvix existing kills Tuvok and Neelix.
So they brought
Yes.
back, like, it's a teleport.
It's a
problem.
it's a trolley problem.
Yeah.
The Tuvix problem.
And the weird thing is as morally dubious as Janeway's actions are, it's still a good episode.
Yeah, so after playing this game for like 6 hours, I realized that I could center the camera behind me.
Great. That seems unoptimal.
I wasn't expecting a game like this to have real camera control of any kind. Because I'm not used to it. Justin, how has your day been?
It's been okay.
You sell any tennis rackets to white women?
No.
No, just me.
Hmm.
That's a joke.
Were they happy to have new tennis rackets?
I didn't sell any rackets today. I just strung one of them for a high school kid. See, because the thing is, if I fuck up stringing a racket for a high school kid, they won't notice.
Okay, yeah, so it's Emanations is what I'm thinking of, where Harry Kim dies. But yeah, no, there are plenty of episodes where some, most, or all the cast die in some kind of horrible way that just miss the list entirely.
Mm-hmm. I know you brought it up earlier, but I want to kind of like circle back to this with our like Embracer talk. Brayden, do we have any idea what Eidos Montreal are doing right now?
No. They were working on pre-production for a Deus Ex game. Okay, these gas rounds are actually good.
All right, so Jatsu, in Neox's defense, he behaves that way because he is mentally running from the infinite darkness of his past.
The infinite darkness of being both Tuvok and Neelix. Once again,
I mean,
I've never
no, I mean-
actually seen an episode of Voyager. I just know about this episode by osmosis.
We see Neelix was a survivor of a genocide.
Fun fact: if you watch all of the Red Letter Media videos with Mike, what's his face in them, you'll know about half of the things going on in Star Trek.
Yeah, thanks.
You don't have to watch it.
It's like how Giant Bomb has made me know far more about professional wrestling than I would ever care to know.
Anyway, now I'm gonna go.
All right, you are dismissed.
Oh, we scared him off.
No, it's late. He has a wife and a cat. I assume.
Yeah, I should. Normally I'd be going to bed, but I'm off tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay!
I have a sliver of life and no healing items. Let's go. I checked the walkthrough. This is pretty close to the end of the game.
Overall, a decent time. How are you feeling about this game?
I think this on the level of it's no trag.
I didn't figure it'd be.
But you know, hey, they're doing full 3D. They're doing free camera shit. There's that dissection mini game.
There's a dodge roll.
There's a dodge roll. Her
Is it a
guns are
useful dodge roll?
tonfas.
Yeah. She wears Daisy Dukes. It's all a very good presentation here.
So yeah, I genuinely don't know why this did not come out over here, because it seems totally solid.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was just like a timing thing.
Who published it? Is it a Square Enix thing? Or is it...
So this was Taito in Japan. And then in Europe it was picked up by EON Interactive, who I've never heard of.
Was it just Japanese execs not thinking about Western audiences at all? Just not caring?
I mean, that's always part of it, right? It's fine. If I say I beat this game, then no one will
no one will know better.
No one will notice, because people don't actually pay attention to the video game part of my streams.
I'm watching it.
Hey Harley, are you still there?
Yeah.
Harley.
How's Helldivers these days?
They just added 2 new heavy weapon stratagems.
Oh, really?
I think the heavy machine gun is absolute ass.
Yeah, but how does Harley feel about the heavy machine gun?
Harley, have you tried the heavy machine gun?
No.
Okay. It's absolute ass.
Hey Harley, how's Raponce's campaign in Warhammer?
That has been going quite well.
But like, that start's still pretty fucked.
It's actually a lot easier now.
Really?
Well, so you don't have to deal with a lot of the heavy players in the region because Sigmar, the Sigmarites are there with Volkmar.
Yeah, because Volkmar's there. I mean, yeah, with Rapunzel, you just need to knock out Archon fast enough.
Honest, Arcan was crazy. I think by the time I finally actually took all of his settlements off him, I'm pretty sure I killed Arcan like fucking 5 times.
Keeps going back, man.
The only time it was hard was the first one, because what he ended up doing is he would, whenever he would come back by himself with no actual units in his army, but with just a reinforcing army instead. And so it's like, what are we doing here? You know, this isn't a.
So I know that the thing that I remember when last playing, so maybe this is completely out of date. I remember that there was the ogre settlement beside Archon that had a landmark that stops all desert attrition, which makes it very easy for Rapunzel's like water mechanic to like completely lose its potency.
Yeah, well, actually, also the water mechanic is just kind of bugged.
It really is.
Cause like if you run out of water and then swap to encamp stance and then end your turn in encamp stance and then leave encamp stance, you actually stop taking the water attrition.
I've been told that is still a bug. Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, you do still take desert attrition, because the game is actually coded so that desert attrition and water attrition are different things.
Are her paladin doom stacks still like totally busted?
That's just Bretonians.
Yeah. But she has like specific buffs that make the paladin doom stack pretty fucking good.
Paladin of Bretonia.
I know that Henry Le Massif is also a good mount to bring on.
Yeah, Big Hank.
Big Hank. My fucking guy, big ass Hank.
Pet the cat. Pet the cat,
Can we
Mike.
land a fucking hit, please?
So, fun fact, I looked at the guide, and apparently there are exactly 12 healing items in this entire game.
Oh, boy. Have you used all of them?
I think I've used several of them.
Oh, so you only got one more.
No, there's probably a couple ahead of me.
Is there, like, do you get your health refilled at, like, safe stations or something?
No. What kind of dog and pony show you think we're running here?
Cause that's not good.
Don't worry about it. Know what I have?
What?
I have, built-in Game Shark codes.
Oh. Okay.
If need be.
I'll say it. If it needs to be said, there's no such thing as cheating in a single-player
yeah.
video game.
Hey, guess what? I gave myself infinite ammo for the last boss fight in Overblood.
Well,
no
that
regrets.
last boss fight was bullshit. Like, actual bullshit.
Because of the way that game controls. Yeah.
I do like Rapunzel, Harley. Just basically is like, yo, this is the one. If you like fighting the undead, you play Rapunzel.
Yeah.
All this cool shit. If you fight the undead, just go to town.
Mm-hmm. I personally, I've been having a good time with Rapunzel. I think I'm about maybe 1 or 2 streams away from being done with her campaign.
Okay, there are no built-in cheats. for this game.
Or
Never
at least
bothered
done
to
with the
implement
short
them.
victory for her campaign. I don't think I'm gonna do a long victory.
No. You have to take like what, 75 settlements?
Oh, well, I have a
Well, I guess for Bertona you just need to get 1,000 chivalry.
I have a mod installed that gives each character like a more
Thematic.
specific thematic victory
Okay.
condition.
That's cool.
See, I honestly thought that they were going to be better about having more thematic grand campaign objectives.
Some of them have more thematic. Okay.
Yes, you're right, but the key word there is some.
And by some I mean the ones they clearly took a look at.
The thing about Warhammer 2 is that over time the thematics got figured out. Like, you remember when Beastmen were the worst faction in Warhammer 2?
Yeah. Do you remember
And then they
how
fixed that.
in order to get the long campaign victory in Total Warhammer 2, you needed to capture like one of like 35 major settlements, and some of them
Sure do.
some campaigns literally just there were not enough settlements near where you
Where
start.
you started. Yeah.
Like
And so you would actually take like massive
if you start in
penalties or attrition.
Nagarond, for example, you need to basically capture all of Ulthuan and Lustria. I should play a Hellebrun campaign.
And then there's just like there's faction at launch there were factions like the Wood Elves where it's like the whole point is that they don't want massive territory. Why is there no mission objective or grand campaign end goal where I can still be the turtle that these characters are meant to be?
Well, it's not even that they don't want it either. It's that they can't have it because outside of their big trees, they get like pitiful little one-slot outposts.
Not only that, well, I mean, like the whole Amber and Outpost mechanic just died a death of 1,000 cuts in Warhammer 2. Like like the Outpost mechanic slowly but surely got worse and worse.
And also just I like how they rework. I feel like the Wood Elves post rework are actually in a very good spot, even if Orion and Durthu kind of play the exact same.
I mean, I feel like... So, yes, you're right. I think that what that highlights is, like, the Wood Elves are the clearest example where the DLC lords are the better ones because the freebies ain't it.
Well, they're all DLC lords. I mean, the thing
was
with
like their first go at it, so it feels like that.
Well, Beastmen were their first go, and
like I said, remember when Beastmen were the actual worst faction?
Yeah,
in
and now
Warhammer?
Beastmen are great, and also
I would rather play Beastmen than any of the Warriors of Chaos factions, other than like the actual.
I might argue that the Beastmen and the Warriors of Chaos both have the problem of they're very good, but also, boy, you sure can just steamroll without much issue.
I mean, I think that's because, like, look, the apocalyptic events that they had promised in Warhammer 3 would actually be like these big uniting things and like, a problem. They're so not at that. Unless you like deliberately fuck up, those crises are not that big of a
Unless
deal. I don't know.
Unless you scale them all the way up.
Yeah. I don't know what your experience with those end events or those crisis events have been, Harley, but
Well, here's the thing about those. I've never even had one go off.
See, that's the other thing. I don't feel like they pop off enough.
Like the fact that their base starting time is turn 100. I'm not still playing the same campaign at turn 100.
I just finished 2 campaigns that went well into past turn 100.
No, I mean I personally.
Yeah, I know.
I don't blame you, Harley. Also,
I also don't blame you.
The Chaos campaigns are in a weird spot because Order Tide still doesn't work.
What Order Tide?
Exactly. Like, I've always argued, like, if you become a super powerful Chaos-aligned faction in the Grand Campaign, like, the forces of Order should, like, unite and then, like, realize and get their shit together and enact an Order Tide event. That's never been the case.
It was the case in 2.
It was the case in 2, but Order Tide was, Look, when Order Tide worked, it was actually pretty goddamn cool.
Now, basically ever since Festus was introduced in the Empire Theater...
Yeah, like, it's rough for all of the...
Which is why I'm
Empire
very
campaigns.
interested in seeing Thrones of Decay. And seeing what they do with my boy, Karl Franz.
Yeah, it's weird to think that Karl Franz is in a bad place.
Well, it's because that electric count mechanic...
That electric count mechanic is such a pain in the ass.
It made sense in 2, when they did the rework in 2. Because, the big initial threat, in Warhammer 2 was, it was Manfred.
Yep.
And now it's Vlad and it's Festus and it's
Well, it depends if
Drycha.
It depends if the campaign picks Isabella or Vlad, but regardless, Vlad starting with Isabella as a companion is a fucking problem. Like, I don't think I've gone a single campaign without Vlad or Isabella steamrolling an electric count and basically taking an entire province and, like, kneecapping Empire within, what, turn 15?
I have a question, actually. If you're not playing as Vlad or Isabella, who is it? Like always?
It's always Vlad.
It's always Vlad. You have to be the one that picks Isabella.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vlad is a problem for Empire, and
I am very interested in seeing, assuming that they make more DLC after this one, because who knows what they do to the vampire counts when Nagash comes around. Assuming we get that far, because I feel like I could... You could tell me that... You could tell me, like, tomorrow that Sega is going to just completely gut all of its real-time strategy devs. It's like, oh, not only did they sell Relic... They also gutted Creative Assembly.
they are gutting Creative Assembly.
Yeah, they let a bunch of people go. Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a giant abscess with tentacles.
That's video game.
That looks like a final boss.
That looks very similar to a certain Resident Evil.
Oh, you mean the giant worm fight in Resident Evil 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gravedigger fight, yeah. Oh, I killed it.
Is that it?
Look at me, saving all of my special weapon ammo, baby. I did it. I think that's the final boss.
Wait, what?
Or maybe not. The Gravedigger fight might be one of the single worst boss fights in old Resident Evil.
I feel like it's also one of the most notorious. Everyone knows it's bad.
I think there's video footage of me complaining about that exact fight. While I'm doing it.
Rachel? Yes, I read you.
Oh, here's a fun
I
thing.
think I've just managed to put the thing down.
I
What
bought an Ethernet switch.
Oh boy, what for?
So I could wire up my computer.
From what he says, apparently there's a
So basically there's an Ethernet jack behind me. But it's being used for the Wi-Fi repeater. So I just plugged them both into the switch.
Oh. That
Oh.
image we saw. It'll just be the same thing all over again.
Last vibration activated the shutters. We're running out of time.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
in.
I'm going in.
We've come too far to leave things half finished now.
Would that get you the bad ending if you said no?
Probably. $15-minute timer, huh? All right. Let's do this. Okay. More super ammo.
So, like, with Response, Harley, what are, like, the mid-campaign threats after you get rid of Archon?
Well, okay. So the big two are there are there are like three big threats for Rapunzel, and they are in order of worst to least bad. Manfred?
Yeah. Because he's there trying to get all of those trinkets, right?
He's trying to get the books of Nagash. fucking Scarbrand.
Yeah.
Scarbrand's just annoying. And Volkmar, actually.
If Volkmar doesn't ally with you.
Yeah, cause Volkmar, fun fact, actually has at least in my game, I don't know if it's randomized, he had a slight negative opinion of me at start. And honestly, I feel like I got really lucky that he didn't declare war on me as soon as I lost my first army in that first stream, because during my first stream, I actually did lose my entire military. When fighting Archon. And no one really did anything about it. Like, Aranessa Saltspite declared war on me, right?
I was gonna say it's not any of the pirate factions, especially parts of Park Coast.
No. So the thing about so the closest Vampire Coast faction is Aranessa Saltspite. And she did declare war on me. But for whatever reason, it took her so long to actually show up to that war that I had a full stack ready for her.
I feel like the only Vampire Coast faction that survives into the mid game, unless the AI is really lucky, is Dreadfleet.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Because
Aranessa
gets worked by Belagar.
I don't know what Belagar is doing, to be honest. Honestly, I kind of goofed a little bit. I confederated one of the other two little minor Bretonian factions that are with you in Araby. But I confederated him, and he was actually in the middle of fighting Aranessa for me when I did it, and I didn't realize that. So by confederating him, I just painted an even bigger target on my own back.
So if I fail this time limit, we're all just gonna agree I beat the game, right?
Sure. What time limit? I don't see a time limit.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, was this not the way? Did I go the wrong way? Okay.
I'm actually, ZP, I don't know how often you check into the streams or not, because I know that I stream at a weird time.
I get the notifications like, oh, Harley's playing Rapunzel again.
I get your stream when I'm at work half the time.
I am also at work, or I would watch them.
But sometimes I watch them at work.
But hey, if that's when you're available, don't change anything. Keep going.
Well, I mean, I could stream anytime I want to. I just 10 a.m. is if you look at the analytics, 10 a.m. is actually the least populated time in the Warhammer 3 niche as far as streamers go, with the same average audience levels.
So you're cornering the market, you're monopolizing it.
Yeah. If I stream at 10 a.m., I'm only competing with 10 other people.
Video game?
Huh?
Uh-oh.
I have a black screen.
That's bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah!
Oh, it counted down during that load, huh?
No, that wasn't a load. That was a camera glitch.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, this was apparently not where I was supposed to fucking go.
So it was all for nothing?
I'm just interested to know who Rob is going to ask me to play next. Because M's brother is the one who picked out Rapans.
Hugaf has a bit of a rough start. You can get overrun pretty easily.
I'd wait on Kugath until after the Nurgle rework.
Yeah, and also the Nurgle factions.
So, their core mechanics, I think they should keep most of them. They should just tweak them.
What?
They should make the plagues better and also less like something I feel obligated to use as like this will give me 10% more income.
And I don't know. All of the Znichian... All the Znichian...
All the Sneeches
lords are
with their
boring.
breeches.
Like, Kairos... I hate Kairos' start, but not because I find it hard. I just find it boring. Like, the nicest thing I can say about Kairos is if I'm playing as Kairos, I don't have to deal with Kairos.
What would you say is the actual hardest start in Total Warhammer 3? Is it just Boris Ursus?
Yeah, it's Boris Ursus. You know what? Because Boris Ursus kind of falls into the same category as like Imric. You're surrounded by enemies, even though you are technically powerful. But the difference is that Ursus is significantly less powerful than Imric.
Ursus does not have a dragon.
Yeah. Can't just spew fire on tap. And like, Kostalton is a bit rough, because he's just visibly and clearly weaker than Katerin and Boris.
So when they put out these new units, I actually had a fairly successful Kostalton campaign. And here's the thing, it's because Kislevite warriors are so much better than Kossars as far as like trash tier infantry. Because the problem with Kossars is that they can't hold, and they're okay archers, but they're not amazing archers. Like, they can't deal with armor. And what does Chaos have?
Yeah. you're
Armor.
right. So, okay, let's change the topic. Let's say it's not necessarily difficulty. I want pain.
Okay, you want pain?
So, like, if I wanted pain, I'd pick Nurgle, because fuck economy. Like,
Yeah,
have fun fighting anything ranged and dealing with that bullshit.
Well, the problem with Kugath specifically... Okay. Is this the real boss? The problem with Kugath... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the final boss. That's a final boss.
Like, Queek Head Taker, maybe, if you want pain,
Queek
because,
is...
like,
Queek definitely has a harder time. Alright, I'm gonna
the
save
only
a state
reason you
here.
survive is that you can run away and reinforce settlements faster with the underway mechanic, with most enemies having to, like, walk around mountains.
Once you get Carrick 8 Peaks...
You have orcs, dwarves, undead, and lizardmen all going out for you.
Yeah, but Scarbrand will be your friend.
Who is right fucking next to you, so if you don't grab him quick...
Yeah, if you don't...
Actually, no. If you want pain, play any Bretonnian faction.
Oh,
Alright, do you like
Hans
horse
is having
macro?
a great time.
Do you like horse micro?
I don't.
Some people do.
And being punished for sacking and retreating? Well, I got a faction for you.
Don't repeat. Don't retreat. Don't sack things. Skill issue.
Yeah, what are you, some kind of unchivalrous cur?
But yeah, Kugath.
There we go.
Did you get him? Did you beat this cheap facsimile of Nemesis?
This, yes. Non-infringing biohazardous creature.
It's finally over.
Mituki?
Yeah, they say Mituki, but it's
I
Mitsuki.
know.
So they
Meet
mistranslated it.
Mm-hmm.
And the voice actors say Mitsuki.
So the script had it.
Yeah. But also, it seems like I would say the dialogue in this game does not match the subtitles most of the time. Okay, now I just need to get back to the helipad, wherever that is.
Is the helicopter piloted by a guy named Lad?
Yeah.
Or something else that rhymes with Brad?
No! Don't go! That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich. It's a shame I've already played Resident Evil on stream. Otherwise, I'd do it again.
I mean, it's your stream.
No, it's the people's stream.
Hmm.
Oh right, we have to vote for another game.
Hey, listen, if the people vote for let's say good things, maybe we'll check out that RE2 remake mod that puts camera angles and tank controls in it.
What if I don't want you? What if I don't want you to be happy?
Then you can vote for good things and I'll play, I don't know, Mundan.
Someone redeemed hydration break.
Oh.
And by someone, I mean I did.
Oh, okay. I gotta
Drink
pause.
some water. Fucking.
Thank you, Harley. I have broken my hydration.
Oh my god, I fucking love this meme whenever it comes across my fucking timeline.
What is it?
Bitch, there's no smart enemy placement here. This is Dark Souls 2. You getting jumped.
All right.
They're not wrong. Listen,
Can you send that to me? I have some people I want to share with.
It's in voice to text.
Yeah.
Great.
Listen, as someone who has played, I tried replaying Dark Souls 2 during the pandemic.
It's a good game.
It's a good time, but the thing with Scholar of the First Sin is that a lot of those the way they remix those earlier areas is just we put 8 billion dudes in there and they all have the aggro range of the entire map. And me being like, oh, I'm gonna try to play a different character, as opposed to, you know, when I play every Souls game and pick the big sword.
There have been times where picking the big sword is actually not the recommended easy thing.
Yeah, like
Dark
Elden
Souls
Ring.
3.
Back in my day,
Everything
I remember
past Dark Souls 2, picking the big sword is not good.
You can big sword in Elden Ring.
I tried. It is significantly more difficult.
You just have to do
than-
jumping attacks.
Did you beat Elden Ring?
No.
Okay, I
remember
did.
The Pyromancer and
Listen, my name's Gino Grieco, and I beat Millennia with a big anchor while being naked.
I remember throwing fireballs in the soldiers.
Oh, we did it.
Wait, are you gonna deal with the giant tentacle penis?
No, we escaped.
But what about the
Anyway,
giant tentacle penis?
I apparently had to beat the game in under 2 hours to get the best ending.
So wait, what happened?
Or under 2 hours. Rank E? What the fuck are you talking about? I got 93% of the discs. Anyway, it's democracy time, motherfuckers.
Wait,
Anyway,
you got a
you could-
cutscene.
No, that's just the intro.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. You can beat Elden Ring with a big weapon, but I respect into dual wielding katanas, and that game was fucking broken after I did that.
Yeah, the fucking the like Dex Arcane katanas in that game really did just cook the difficulty before like the first couple patches came out.
So here's the thing: I fought Millennia for several, like every day, every night. I would try to do that fight for like 2 hours for like a week. When I went in respect, it took me a handful of tries. I was able to stun lock her, and just fucking well on her, and it took like 2 minutes for her first form, and a little bit more than that for her second.
I beat
But if
Radon before they patched him.
I mean, as did I. I beat Radon like the first time.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Comet Dodger.
Uh-huh. I also figured out right off the bat that you can do all those summons in the area, which is what I'm gonna credit my easy win to, because once you summon all those guys, it's really not that hard.
If it's in the game, it's not cheating.
Oh, I didn't say it was cheating.
No, yeah.
Mimic Tear also broken.
Yeah, Mimic.
But also, a naked anchor run sounds fun. I can absolutely respect that. I know
Okay,
Gino
but what
did
if the
it
naked
as a
anchor
joke.
run was fueled by spite?
I am all for it. That seems like it's right up this particular Discord's alley.
Yeah, I can't
It's
think of
right up,
anyone who would do such a
Gino's
thing.
alley.
Play all of...
All right. Well, my ibuprofen finally kicked in and my headache's gone away.
All
So
right.
I think I'm gonna
Awesome.
go sleep.
Have a good night, Harley.
Awesome. Yeah.
Good night,
Enjoy.
you two, you
You
three.
feel better.
Fuck.
Are we doing our thing tomorrow?
Maybe.
You feeling good? Okay. If not,
barring
just give me a notification.
unforeseen circumstances, what if I saw a fun performance show? No, we're not gonna do that. Bum, bum, bum. All right, well, I beat Chaos Break.
And now the poll seems to be wanting to send you to Sega.
I can't believe people vote for Sega.
Oh God. I figured you'd play good stuff. Mostly because I wanted to get you to get the actual garbage, but
The people, they want Sega. They
If only this had happened 30 years ago.
they want the Sega. I need to remember what I have left in that category. Because we've played most of the major ones.
Hey, Braden.
Yeah?
What if you played the 360 Splatterhouse game?
That's not a Sega game.
It's technically a Sega property.
Is it?
Splatterhouse is a Sega property.
No, it was on the TurboGrafx.
Oh, you're right. Damn it. I always imagine that as being like a Genesis game, I guess.
Splatterhouse was a Namco.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Huh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because it was an arcade game.
Yeah. All right. I was wrong. I apologize.
You're fine. Now Oh boy. Yeah, looking at this list, there are a couple things that I could do.
You could do what Dracula Unleashed for the Sega CD.
I could.
It's an FMV game.
Yeah, I could. There are multiple.
What was that?
There are multiple Sega
Dreamcast
CD games.
game where you had to like wear goggles.
There are multiple Sega CD games.
If you have the ability to. I'm not saying you need to play this. This is something you should research. But there's a Sega Saturn. It's like an exploration adventure horror game called Lunacy for the Saturn. I've debated if that's a me game or a you game.
Yatsu, unfortunately, Sonic Dreams Collection does not count, as it is the best Sega game. Neither does Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Although it would be funny if it did. Yeah, I need to look up which ones yeah, what I want to do here, because I don't immediately know off the top of my head.
Isn't there a Saturn port of Phantasmagoria?
Oh, I know what we'll do.
What?
We're either gonna play the Mansion of Hidden Souls, or because I'm easy and boring, we'll play the Dreamcast port of the Evil Dead Resident Evil clone.
Oh.
I'll figure it out by the time I stream a horror game next. Other than that, Joku's doing a thing. I'm not gonna raid over there.
Oh,
But,
is it a Joku thing?
It's a film.
Ah.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Some you know, pros and cons.
Yeah.
What's the film?
It's memories.
It's the bad part of Memories. It's to be specific.
Hmm.
The part where it's the anti-war part. Well, I'll see you guys.
Anyway, I'll
I
see
you
you.
guys.
All right, talk to you
Bye.
Have a
later.
good one.
You too.